What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Avax, but before we get started, if you're not a member of the free Discord, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. All right, so Avax, we're going to start off here on the 10-day candlesticks and talk a little bit about this market cycle here on Avax. So you guys can see we have our first sell-off pattern right here. Then we get our new paradigm and euphoria, complacency, anger, depression, and then our new cycle starts right here. So this would be the disbelief phase right here. And now we're starting a new market cycle for Avax. So if you guys don't understand the market cycle, it's definitely super important to study the market cycle if you're going to be playing these cryptos, especially in the bigger picture, because this market cycle is extremely effective for playing crypto in the big picture. So as you guys can see, every cycle has a disbelief phase, also known as the first sell-off. Then you go into hope, optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria. Then you have complacency, anger, denial, panic, capitulation, or anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, depression. So you have a full market cycle here. And this is what it looks like. This is the psychology of a market cycle. Now, if we go back over to Avax, and honestly, if I just click between these two websites, like TradingView and this website where the market cycle chart is on, you can see just how similar those two charts look. Like, look and print this in your mind. Now look at this, and then back over to here. So you can see the market cycle is very evident here in the 10-day time frame. It's really easy to see that market cycle. So with a new market cycle starting, that means this whole human emotion will repeat all over again. So we're going to get a huge parabolic growth where the market breaks out and starts to go up for a new high, and does all of this all over again, where it gets overvalued, breaks the old all-time high, goes into new paradigm, and then tops out again. So that's what we're headed into. We're starting a new cycle. We're still really early on here, so there's still a lot of financial opportunity for buying the dip here before we start the new cycle, but that's exactly what's happening here for Avax. On the 10-day candlesticks, we're clearly starting a new market cycle, which will take us up to a new all-time high. And you can see it in the volume. There's a bunch of volume here. We're breaking out of this flag channel, or this triangle. Really, it's more of a wedge. We're breaking bullish out of this, which is a strong sign that that new market cycle is starting and that we are beginning a new bull market here for Avax. So what that can look like is something like this, where price again starts to break out through local resistance and then again up through all-time high resistance, and we really take off here in the bigger picture. And again, what that would look like would be another repeat of this. So this whole parabolic run, it would be another parabolic run up to a new all-time high where things get overvalued, and this little first sell-off right here that happened, where the market went up and then had a sell-off and then a big pump came afterwards, this whole market cycle would be the new first sell-off. So this little pump and then pullback before a big breakout, that's what this is. It's just a bigger version of this right here. So this whole pump and then pullback right here, just think of it as being this before we break out to a new all-time high, get overvalued, and then top out again and come down. So if it does break out to a new all-time high, then you're talking about the price going very vertical, very parabolic, it getting very overvalued, and then going into new paradigm and topping out again somewhere past the old all-time high. Wherever it is, nobody knows. We have Fibonacci extensions we can use to get a really good idea of where price could go in that bull market. But that's really what we're looking for here for Avax, is a breakout in the big picture, a new all-time high, and that bull market starting. So that bull market starting, again, that means that we're super undervalued right now on Avax. We're really early in the cycle before that parabolic run happens, before price takes off, and before we break that old all-time high. So there's a lot of opportunity here on Avax to pick up this coin. Well, it's dirt cheap down here in preparation for that breakout and that new paradigm euphoric kind of run that happens at the top of every cycle. So that's what I'm looking here, watching here for Avax, is a breakout above that old all-time high level. And when we do break above that level, I think people are going to get really excited. We'll go to levels people are not expecting right now, but at some point it will be overvalued again and it will have to top out because the market cycle is just repeating over and over again. And a really good way to look at this, how I was saying that Avax, the first sell-off, it's repeating the same thing over and over again. What you can actually do is you can drop time frame into the daily time frame and go look at that previous cycle here and just compare these two cycles. And if we consider this right here to be this right here, then you can see we have a lot more upside left before Avax is overvalued and tops out and starts a bear market, right? This thing could go to $400 or even higher before it tops out, before it's done doing what it's doing and it starts another bear market. So for me personally, I'm buying the dip and holding on to my Avax. In the short term, we are starting to turn around here as well. I personally think we will get wave 5 here very soon. So that'd look like this. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 will take us to a new local high, which honestly will probably be pretty parabolic if we break above that level. We could even get an extended fifth here in the short term if we break above this level, because this will be wave 3. So we have wave 1 right here, wave 2, and we'd be starting a bigger picture wave 3. And wave 3 is always more parabolic and impulsive than wave 1. So it could be very, very parabolic as we break out here. The only other short-term alternative count I see for Avax would be this. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we get an ABC down. So we just go for one more local low. I personally wouldn't sell any of my Avax. I'd just buy more down here because even if this happens, I'd still ultimately be expecting wave 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 to come in this market. So no matter what, whether we go for one more local low in the short term, or if we break out for wave 3, we're still looking for a breakout above this local resistance and a bigger picture wave 3 to happen. So the short term is kind of irrelevant. Unless you're swing trading, it's kind of irrelevant. Just buy the dip if it pulls back. If it breaks out, hold on, right? It's gonna take off because either way, we're expecting a wave 3 right here, no matter what happens in the short term, if we break out or hold support. So that's what I see here for Avax. I do expect wave 3 coming in this market, which will take us to a new local high above the $62 level, which could take us to even $110 here in wave 3 in preparation for a bigger picture move that's coming in this market. Because like I said, in the big picture, I expect a big expansion to happen for us to break the old all-time high and for another market cycle to really take place here where we go into optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria and take off here. So that's what I'm looking for. In the short term, wave 3 should take us to around $100. Even if in the very short term we pull back a little bit down to support right here. For me personally, I'm bullish. I'm still long. I have break-even stop losses on all of my longs, on all of the different trades that I'm holding. So I'm bullish right now. I'm buying. But if it was to pull back down a little bit more in the very short term, down to like $26, I'd buy more. Because in the big picture, I'm looking for a new all-time high. And in the near future, I'm looking for wave 3 that will take us to at least $100 per Avax. So that's my update on Avax. Really good looking setup here. I've seen these market cycles before. I know what happens to these cycles. And if you learn these cycles, you guys can make a lot of money in these markets as well. You just got to learn the market cycle. You got to learn the trading strategies. If you're swing trading, it's a little bit of a different strategy for all my VIPs. You guys know exactly what we're doing with our swing trades. But in the big picture, the market cycle is very, very profitable and easy for pretty much anybody to make money using that market cycle in the bigger picture. So as you can see, we have Avax right here and Amazon over here. So this is a really good example of what these early cycles look like before something goes into a big bull market. And this is what Avax looks like right now. So what happened during the internet bubble is a lot like what happened to crypto in 2021. So buying crypto right now is a lot like buying all of those stocks after the internet bubble popped, buying them undervalued, buying them cheap, buying them when they're undervalued before they break out to new all-time high. So that's my honest view on Avax, and thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. And as always, stay profitable out there.